Coming back to the revisiting series, we are going to be revisiting the first NBA 2K game that was ever introduced on next gen, and that is NBA 2K14. Not one of my personal favorites, it was still a great game and fun game nonetheless. Grab a snack, get comfortable because we are going to be revisiting and bringing back some old memories. NBA 2K14 was released on October 1st, 2013. And it was the first 2K that would be introduced on next gen, so Xbox One and PlayStation 4. But the thing was, not everyone had next gen consoles because they were so new and some people were stuck playing NBA 2K on old gen consoles. Luckily for me, I was able to get my hands on an Xbox One and was able to experience the game in its full potential. No offense to all you old gen players out there. Now, NBA 2K14 is notoriously known for the introduction of one of, if not the most popular game modes with the MyPARK introduction. The first installment for this game mode, 2K14 served as a pretty good entry game. Now, obviously NBA 2K14 didn't have the same build system as 2K has now. The player building was a little different back then. You could choose your player's playstyle and you could upgrade each category individually, so the playstyle didn't really have a major impact on what your player could be upgraded to. For example, if you chose a pass first guard, you could upgrade your three-pointer to as high as you want. But it's not like much of that mattered because as far as I'm concerned and as far as I can remember, everyone mainly made an athletic finishing type build with the meta of the game that year. Sure, there were some issues and a lot of complaints about MyPARK, but it was the first year the game mode was introduced. So 2K introducing an entirely new game mode, obviously there's going to be some issues and there's going to be some complaints, especially when it's 2K making the game. The scoreboard was in a pretty weird position, the servers were like really bad and made MyPARK unplayable sometimes, you couldn't join your friends' parks, and the got next spot was pretty broken. Zigzagging was in full force and there were some questionable animations, but that's just 2K in a nutshell to be honest. But I want to talk about one thing I noticed when making this video. Why does a park all the way back to 2K14 look better than a current 2K games we've played in the recent years? How does that even make sense? How does a park several years ago look better than the games that 2K's working on now? Did they not learn or improve on anything they wanted to do? Don't get me wrong though, some parks like 17, 16, and 15 weren't bad at all. But 2K14 looking better than 2K20 just doesn't really make much sense to me. Overall though, I personally really enjoyed NBA 2K14, especially the My Team game mode with the road to the playoffs and all the cards you could collect. Now I know My Team isn't the most popular game mode, probably still isn't to this day with MyPARK being in full force. The My Team game mode this year was actually a lot of fun and I really enjoyed it. 2K14 was definitely a step in the right direction. I mean, the LeBron James cover was legendary itself. The soundtrack was great, and one of my personal favorite upgrades this year was the graphics. Now obviously that had to do with next gen consoles. The fact that the game looks so much realistic than previous years made it so much more enjoyable for a player's perspective. At the end of the day, it really comes down to personal experience with the game and your own personal opinion. But I think this game was liked by the majority of the people who played. Now I know some people didn't get to experience this game on new gen consoles because at the time they just came out and they were insanely expensive. But for the people who did get to experience NBA 2K14 on next gen, most of them are probably going to say that they had a good experience. I wouldn't put NBA 2K14 in my top 5 or anything like that, but I definitely don't consider it a bad 2K game, and it holds some pretty good memories for myself when it comes to 2K. I even enjoyed playing My Career that year, and that's saying something because I don't play My Career ever. Maybe it's because I was a little younger and didn't really care about too much of the online experience. All in all, I think the popular opinion is that NBA 2K14 was a good game and a step in the right direction for 2K moving forward. How did you guys like NBA 2K14? Did you guys get to experience it on the next gen consoles? If so, how was your experience? What did you like or not like about the game? I want to hear the opinions of people who played this game because I feel like a lot of people forget about NBA 2K14, but it actually played a huge role in how 2K would turn out today. I want you guys to think about this. I mentioned it earlier in the video, but 2K14 introduced the biggest game mode of all time with the MyPARK game mode, and I think they did a pretty good job being the first game to introduce it. So many people got into this, and I want you guys to think about how many people's YouTube careers, streaming careers, whatever you want to call it, content creation I guess, how many people actually started out doing MyPARK and how many people have actually turned that into a job. Half the people you guys watch on YouTube probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for NBA 2K14 and what really sparked people's interest in the game mode. Overall though, as mentioned, NBA 2K14 to me was a pretty fun game. I definitely don't think of it as a bad game at all. Now I want your guys' opinion as mentioned, and I want you guys to tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. If I missed anything, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. But with that being said, that is going to bring the video to an end. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you guys enjoy NBA 2K content. I'm going to be doing a couple more throwback 2Ks in the next couple of days, so make sure if you guys enjoyed this video, you stick around for the next one. Thank you guys very much for watching the channel. I very much appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.